Hey there! Ready to get the ball rolling? The first thing we're going to do is select the words we are going to use. This time I've selected the sentence that I invented myself. However, in many occasions, it's the client or someone else who decided the sentence or the words. So as I was saying, the sentence I chose is eat, drink, and survive Christmas. Actually, it's not a traditional Christmas greeting, right? It's quite funny actually. So it's not like those wishing love and joy. This one instead wants you to survive Christmas. Okay? When it comes to lettering, the tone of the text is determined by the font style chosen. In fact, we could say that lettering send two messages: the semantic meaning of the text and then the style meaning, which is perceived in a subconscious way, okay? We don't read it. We get it, but we don't know we are getting it, okay? The style usually reinforces the word's meaning, and when failing to use an appropriate style, the message is likely to be misunderstood by the public. Have a look at the words on the screen. The meaning is emphasized by the style used in each case. Apart from reinforcing the meaning, style can be used to communicate an extra message. Think of the words on the screen. Teenage years. It's not the same. This style, which evokes sweetness, that this other one, which is more like a troublemaker-like style, right? And what about this one? It's frightening, right? So guys, you could see how the style changes the meaning in these examples. Style can even be used for adding irony, sarcasm, or double meanings. Here it can be read, hate you. In this one, the real meaning is communicated. However, if we use this style, it becomes kind of ironic. So this is what I want to do with my text. It would be okay to use a simple font since it's not a traditional greeting, right? So, and still, I'll introduce certain irony by using a Christmas typography, right? It's like survive Christmas, but I'll use a Christmas typography, okay? We can get references from anywhere. Internet, books, on the street, among your staff, as I said, anywhere. Obviously, there are infinite options on the internet, although if you decide working with Google Images, I recommend that you look for different stuff in order to add a personal touch to your work. So try looking for some other stuff like, presents or something similar related to Christmas. It's not just, don't write a card or Christmas lettering, okay? Try to look for something else. For example, in my case, I decided to do a Christmas card, so instead of looking exclusively for Christmas cards or lettering, I'll also search Christmas decorations, presents, illustration. In fact, it would be better starting this way because it will provide you with a wider graphic context with plenty of references. Pinterest is a platform where we can find modern graphic designs. It's one of my favorite sites for saving and organizing stuff that I like from the internet. So what I usually do is save images I find interesting in a folder on Pinterest, and then I select those I like the most to create my mood board. So this is the result of after the search and the selection process. As you can see, it's divided in 3 blocks. This one is the first, and I've included here those elements I want to use as inspiration for my card. I like the combination between the little branches and the string or the star. Also, I think a single line font would fit better for the composition. Regarding the card's decoration, I'll add branches here and there or a crown with leaves. I'm not sure yet. What I know is that I wanted to have green decorations. I've also saved this bokeh effect picture. I'm not sure if I'll use it, but I saved it just in case. Here at the bottom left corner, I've included color references. I wanted simple color palette with the traditional Christmas colors. And from the 3 pictures, I've gathered the 3 colors that I think fit in perfectly. Lastly, at the top, I've included some typographic references, as I just said. I want to draw a single line. I don't want contrast. That's why I selected these. However, I don't want the typography to be perfectly adjusted to the guidelines. Like in this reference, they are like perfectly aligned. I prefer something irregular like handmade, like this other one, where the letters aren't adjusted to the guides. So, having selected the graphic references, we need to pick a base typography. As I said before, you can use both a manual lettering or a calligraphic technique to develop your card. In this case, however, I'm going to use typography as a reference. When looking for suitable font, we find different options. We find free fonts and pet fonts. A good way to start is navigating Google Fonts, where we find numerous free options. We can sort by category and then write the text to get a preview. Another site providing fonts is Font Battles. There's a free font section where free fonts are made available weekly, so you can download and use them freely. This site also offers numerous paid fonts at a really reasonable price. Another resource to find free fonts is Behance. Many designers upload their creations, and even some of them offer limited free fonts that can be used freely. For my Christmas card, I've selected the Parisian typo from Google Fonts. It's not a monoline font and has a subtle contrast, although it evokes that classical style I was looking for. Now I'm going to use the tracing paper technique I showed you before to modify it. Well, after adding the type style, my mood board is ready, so I can start developing my card. What about you? Are you ready? In the next lesson, we'll be studying our card's composition. See you there!